The most interesting thing coming to the Rexall Place Thursday morning was who was going to be taking Connor McDavid's spot. McDavid out several months after breaking his collarbone. It will be Leon Draisaitl moving off the first line right wing and now playing center with Taylor Hall and Jordan Eberle, who looks like he'll be ready to play against the Pittsburgh Penguins. Eberle has not played one game this season after separating his shoulder in preseason. And Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, the nominal first-line center, will move down with Nail Yakupov and Benoit Pouliot. So it's actually Nugent-Hopkins who is on a tear, moving into the slot that McDavid vacated, and I think that's a good move. I think rather than just load up on the first line and say, okay, Nugent-Hopkins is going to play with Hall and Eberle as they've always done, and Leon, now you're going to move down with Yakupov. It moves their best center, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, with Yakupov, who's been playing very well, and I think he needs, somebody with a little more offensive touch and more experience, and I think that line will work. And they've also jockeyed the fourth line, it appears. Right now they called up Andrew Miller from the minors. He has been taking some shifts in practice at center with Anton Lander on the wing. Miller looks like he'll play, whether that'll be at center or the wing, we're not sure, but he's been up once before and it was a very short one game look and he was sent back to the minors. Anton Slepyshev is in the minors now, and I think everybody thought that's where he'd wind up. He needs to play more minutes than 8 minutes a game. The defense looks like it's going to be the same for the Pittsburgh Penguins, with Andrew Ference and Mark Fane still partners today, and they sat out last game. If that is the case, that's 3 straight games that Mark Fane has sat out. Not a good thing for Mark Fane, not a good thing for Daryl Cates, who's paying his salary because he's making $3.625 million and Andrew Ference is making $3.2. So that's $6.8 million of defensemen not playing against Sidney Crosby and the Pittsburgh Penguins. And the only time they'll be here this year, the last time the Penguins will play in this building. Unfortunately, we won't see Crosby against Connor McDavid in Pittsburgh either, because the Oilers are in Pittsburgh later this month. So Sidney will have to wait to see Connor McDavid at the World Cup of Hockey next fall.